Trying again, following the set. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The give for the first time to Rachaad White. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. But partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Run. Hey, alert 33.
Baker now from the gun. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Running right, it's Irving. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on 1st down. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Got his target, it's Otten. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Marcus reset, ball at the 37. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackle made on the play by Deatrich Wise. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Here's 2nd and 7. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Baker throwing again. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. His push straight ahead nets maybe a yard at most. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down from the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. He brings it in. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Robinson on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards there, and that brings up 2nd down. Now Daniels off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Irving here from the gun. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Mayfield now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Godwin. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. From the gun, a run for White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Intended target there was Mike Evans. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way, and this return loses yards. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is Eckler on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Slot man motioned over. 2nd and 8. Trying for the deep ball. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
They put a receiver in motion right. 3rd and long for him here. complete beyond the marker. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 43. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. It's the Commanders with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 2nd down. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Throw on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And we get to see the new kickoff rules come into play right away here in Week 1, Brock. Since it hit in the landing zone and then bounced into the end zone, the touchback only comes out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second down, Mayfield to pass. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Baker now. He puts some power on a deep one. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jonathan Jones makes the play. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now, Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Gets everything he has under... Wide open down the field, and he has it! And that's going to move the chains. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the red zone now. He's on the move. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Gay with the point after. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. Chased out to his right. He's looking deep once again. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Real. Good. Pistol. You can score on these guys.
Baker now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
King! Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. It's into the hands of White. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Run. Hey, alert 33. Let's go. Get some points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 7. Got his target. It's Otten. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On first down, they'll run. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On target to Godwin. And he's tackled for a short gain. Third and just 2 to go. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff now to Eckler. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Daniels from the pistol. Finds his target, Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, second and very long. Forced out to his right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
This one's taken in by Otten. And he'll go down here at the 16.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the 16. On the move, headed right. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers make it 17-all. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Jamel Dean makes the play.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Shot, shot, us! We can make a play here, all right? Real. 2 yards, 40,
From the gun, Mayfield. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. And now it's 3rd and short.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
3rd and short, Daniels finds him over the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. We've reached the end of 3. And options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Daniels. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. And that's a Washington touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Hits his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Third and long, Mayfield. Chased out to his right. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
On first down, here's Daniels.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Play fake here, Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Daniels throwing on third. That's caught for the first. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Daniels on first down. Got a man, Robinson has it. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Trying to run in, Eckler. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's second and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders take a fourth quarter lead. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Palmer. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Ball at the 33 for first down.
All right, boys, let's keep it up. Run. We can make a play here. All right, take it to him.
Defense rattle.
Hey, alert 33. Let's get.
Back to throw. Catch made by Bucky Irving.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. He'll look to throw it. Irving hauls it in. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Receiver in motion, going left. On the move, past the 40. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Putting a receiver in motion. Setting up to pass. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Man in motion, out of the slot. Here he is to throw. This one's taken in by Otten. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Mayfield to throw again. Buys time, rolling right. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Mayfield now from the gun. He'll get this complete to White. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Run. Hey, alert 33.
Baker throwing again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. They send a man in motion. Here he is to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown. And a big decision coming up for him now. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Hey, alert!
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
What took you so long?
Getting another shot at 2 here.
Real. Dad!
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point.
The flag comes out. This is going to back them up to the edge of the end zone. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll try the extra point one more time. Oh, it's no good. Wow, they got the touchdown. They chose to play for the tie and not the lead, but they're going to remain down by 1 after they miss. Just 30 seconds to go. They're down a score. Their only shot is getting the football back. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running left, this is Eckler. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. Second down. Slot man motioned over. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he takes this in to the 40-yard line before going down. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. Third down coming. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The defense takes its third and final timeout. The Commanders ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it's going to be 2nd down. One final shot here. And the Commanders get home. They drop in. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders.